This is the sound of business music chiming with a couple other folks. When you try to bump heads with a couple other people, then you try to get a little bit weird, and honestly, with people especially that are seasoned and do business and such things in weird ways, or not weird ways, but ways that are seasoned and have developed results in the past. Oh, welcome to the news. So yeah, that's sort of an ambition to be spoken about or reflected upon within this episode, is to be able to try to connect with more people that are a bit more seasoned in the realm of business, in the instance of business, to be able to go a little bit deeper in depth in terms of net worth, I suppose, individuals and such things, and combine a couple of different personalities that are on the internet to be able to try to conceptualize, interview people to try to connect with that type of frequency or vibration in terms of the nature of the type of interview scenarios, in terms of people to try to connect with them in terms of peculiar instances, to be able to try to develop occurrences to make interviews in the future for the DINKY TEH and the nature of love, and also DINKY TEH and the Change for Game Studios, the brand, or the company, I guess you could say, and so trying to do it like the movie The Waking Life, in essence, like the movie The Waking Life times like weird, like witchcraft music, but also kind of like business music at the same time, basically like witchcraft finance, but like it's like very, all of those things in essence combined. So it's just kind of like things that are a bit unknown in terms of like sound making and such things, like we're doing at the beginning of episodes. It's a little bit weird, it's weird sounds, but they're also trying to change that, so we go from analog to digital, basically like changing it and changing the energies and putting them into machines. And then that's the nature of the tech word that's within the DINKY TEH words that are developing the definition for DINKY TEH, in essence, because Dinky was a dog, and then tech is like technology in essence, but the H and the C is backwards in essence in the words, so that in essence it's kind of like witchcraft, like it's kind of switched it around because it's flipped and flopped on its face, and it's just unknowns, like the mysteries of the universe, the fabrics in between all the cells in life, in essence. And that's where we're looking, that's where we're living, that's where we're trying to exist, that's where we're trying to be. And so we want to try to do the same thing in terms of connecting with people in the industries that are seasoned, and people and professionals around the world, to get them to try to rethink certain ways about looking at things, try to get them to reflect, try to get them to triangulate how to focus, in essence, how to be able to repurpose new or old energies into new energies, so that in the future all people are able to benefit from the strong energies that people have been able to unearth and discover through the tunnels and pipelines which they've been able to figure out through their courses of focus and through their mentors and mentorships and connections and abilities to be able to be connected to strong tools and functional processes and ingrained proven methodologies and such things, so that those can spread through all the lands and all the ways that it's possible to get those tools to all the people in all of the world, so that all 8 people are able to benefit from a philanthropy energy, global philanthropy energy grid that connects all human beings to each other, in essence. Oh, so we're just trying to pick up the interest for how to interview people in different ways and make business music, in essence, while we're going up to different instances of people, kind of like Harry Mack, but like in the sense of like doing it with like music making also with the speaker. We're doing live testing today a little bit with the speaker and such things. We laid down a little bit of some sounds on like outside out loud with the speaker and such, and it's just peculiar testing and such every day. We're just like trying to say it was like a week ago to be able to try to do what we were trying to do still maybe a few days out from now, but still it's like a matter of just kind of trying little bits of things at a time to be able to try to move incrementally forward, to be able to try to connect with the greater world, in essence, if possible, and also other influences and influencers that are able to also connect with the greater finance industry, sort of as a priority, I suppose you could say, but then also with networks and root pipelines that are able to hopefully be able to try to string together the global philanthropy energy grid, to be able to make philanthropy the primary focuses in going forward. And yeah, AI is pretty weird also in terms of how it's putting these weaving things together also. Oh yeah. So we're also trying to be like an actor, sort of trying to like be like an actor, in essence, like trying to like change basically like from the past, like take all these days from the past. Every day has like kind of like every episode from this podcast has like a different logo, in essence. There's a different picture, a different logo. Only recently, actually, in the beginning of the podcast, there was not logos necessarily, but recently there has been. And so the purpose is that there could be logos for the past episodes as well, and there also within those logos there's at least 3 depictions within each logo, which is the beginning, the middle, and the end, more or less. And also, it's something I consider to be the demand, and then the middle part is the experience, and then the end part is the product, in essence. But more on that later. That's irrelevant for right now. The more so relevant element is that it has to do with breaking down or breaking apart, in essence, a logo into different parts. It could be more than 3 parts. It could be a lot more than 3 parts, but 3 is kind of like the basic beginning, middle, and end. So that's the purpose of mentioning that. Is like in the past, we're trying to take all this, the wireframes, in essence. Those are considered wireframes, in essence. It's the energy within the energy, more or less, that adds up to the energy. That is what the logo entails, which also entails like the things that I do in the daytime, somewhat, to be able to try to collect little parts to be able to make these little episode podcast deals. Anyways, the purpose is that all of the little wireframes beneath the main logo of the day are all logos, like they're art pieces that are like stacks, like a card deck, basically. And we're trying to develop new energy from the new deck, basically. In essence, that's what's being worked on in terms of acting. In terms of acting like some kind of a character that's taking that deck of cards and being 3-dimensional within like all of the cards within, more or less, to be able to try to be the deck as opposed to individual cards, more or less, like adding up from the past, like from like the days in the past, and then like those cards sort of rising up towards the sky, and like in the air, sort of triangulating and, you know, coming together in one like star configuration, in essence. Not a star, but just like I was thinking like Mario Brothers, in essence. Mario Brothers, the video game, in essence. That's what I was thinking about, the star as thing from the video game of Mario Brothers, where it's just kind of like the essence of the, you know, the energy, in essence, comes together. But it could be one of the other characters in Mario Brothers as well, because I was just thinking video games. I was thinking about video games, so you can make it the princess, and then she gets the like the whatever thing up at the top of the wand thing, or Bowser, when he gets the wand, he gets the wand, and then he gets like a cooler car in the Mario Kart video game. That's what I'm actually talking about, basically, is trying to have that new character be combined with the wand, in essence, and the person that he was before. So he's got that new cool car, basically, that comes about after the wand is connected with the Bowser, more or less. So that's what we're just sort of getting at, is that all the past pictures and figments of different logos and pictures and depictions in the past are able to add together and rise up into the sky to be able to develop a new character, a new characterization that's sort of like an actor. Basically, we're also trying to leverage, like, you know, elements of the film world, the old film world, I should say, like, more or less, like, to be able to configure, like, sort of like Red Bull content, like the Red Bull, you know, videos and the marketing process and the marketing proceedings, where they do a lot of extreme sports. We're combining that with like voluntourism, combining that with like philanthropy and philanthropy energy type of sports. So we're combining like Red Bull content, extreme sports, and like philanthropy energy, like voluntourism type of content, like building houses and such things in rural communities, but having that content be like widespread, so it's like extreme philanthropy, more or less. In essence, extreme philanthropy, yeah. And then also video game content, combining that, like Pokemon Go, with that extreme video game house building content in different countries and continents and different cities all over the world, and publicizing the whole world, as opposed to places that are just always in the spotlight, taking the spotlight and shedding it and shining it by having these games and these spotlights and these like the torch of the Olympic Games, being able to like consistently be able to travel around the whole world all year, every day of every year, and every day of every year, with many torches being able to be expanded and sent out and distributed into different corners of the world through different torches being able to spread to different torches through the flame that's on top of the torch, to be able to continue to spread those flames, and the Olympic Games and the philanthropy energy Olympic Games in the future, to be able to continue to span this voluntourism energy and the philanthropy energy around the world on a continuing basis, consistent basis, so that also we're able to develop new sports, and also we're able to develop this podcast into a new format of interviewing, like the School of Hard Knocks, in essence, kind of something like that, but also like the Carlisle Group, the guy who owns that, so like a combination of something in between, and then that combined with, you know, a lot of the people who make music outside and just do things like that and run around and do interviews outside as well. More or less, but like Harry Mack also, he goes up to the people basically and like sort of talks to them, as opposed to like developing a center place and then having people come to that center place. It's kind of like that, yeah. We're trying to like pop up from like different corners and stuff, and then do business music, witchcraftery in essence, and then develop new witchcraftery business music. And that's like the essence of also deal making is we're trying to develop packages by putting up little corners of energy in different corners of the world, different corners of energy in different corners of the world, and then making future deal making, witchcraft deal making by making new energies, new witchcraft energies that are making pre-value before value exists. We're planting pre-value before value exists, because it's witchcraft energy, witchcraft deal making, because we're making new witchcraft energy, new witchcraft physics by making this little witchcraft energy seeds around the world, by focusing on witchcraft finance in essence, by developing these weird little interviews that are weird little connection places that are birthing new energy, that are birthing new creation, that are birthing new witchcraft creational conceptual energy, which is just unknown magistry, more or less, trying to manifest itself into future developments, into the form of philanthropy energy, all coming from different weird places in the sky. And that's what value creation through the essence of witchcraftery mindset is sort of all about, and witchcraft finance is all about, is planting seeds within all these ingrained and socially completely immersed folks all around the world that are well off and well to do, to be able to try to help them and help each other to help each other to help each other to help each other to develop the best possible chances for the global philanthropy energy grid to possibly come together and possibly happen in the fastest way and best way possible through the use of collaboration. All right, that's all for now. Thanks again. Bye, DINKY Tech. Bye, peace. Bye, I mean.